From Steven Spielberg and Tom Hanks, the co-creators of Band of Brothers, comes a look at the other theater of war, the Pacific. Told over 10 one-hour parts, originally airing on HBO, the miniseries features James Badge Dale, Joseph Mazzello, and John Cena as three interconnected World War II soldiers sent to brave the grisly Pacific Rim.
You make the difference between the freedom of the world and its enslavement.
The Pacific aired last year on HBO, like I said, and for those of you that are familiar with Band of Brothers, I think they'll really enjoy it because it has similarities, but it offers up a unique perspective on the same war, halfway across the globe.
Well, okay, I'm going to go ahead and play the devil's advocate here. So once again, you are Professor Rabinowitz and I'm your student. So, and I raise my hand in class and say, excuse me, I believe I have seen this before because I've watched Band of Brothers. How do you respond to me?
I respond to you, no, you have not. It is completely different. Like I said, it's the other half of the war. There were really two wars going on at the same time, and the Pacific is much more ethereal and almost less about the people and more about the situation than Band of Brothers. You really get a great look at how harsh the conditions in the Pacific really were, from the rain to the mountain and forest battles, just to the psychological toll that it took on the individuals. And in that respect, the Pacific offers a different look at the same war.
I have to believe that it's all worthwhile because our cause is just.
And of course, Memorial Day, a day to commemorate the soldiers, so clearly the Pacific wouldn't be as effective unless we had some great characters, some great people to follow. So tell me a little bit about the soldiers, about the characters we're following in the Pacific.
All right, the characters are these boys that have gone off to war, played by James Badge Dale, who shows so much depth in his performance, much more than he did on Rubicon and AMC. And then Joseph Mazzello, who, yes, is the little boy from Jurassic Park. And he, over the course of this 10-hour miniseries, goes from boy to man, and it's a really amazing transformation. And just this miniseries can do so much more than a 2-hour movie could in depicting almost every aspect of what ground combat was like in the Pacific region in World War II. And I think that we should remember the Pacific and remember the soldiers, and as they're depicted in this miniseries.